Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. We are at Wyndham Vale Station. There goes bus 192 back to Werribee Station, which is on the Suburban network. But Wyndham Vale Station is not in the Suburban network, even though we are in completely normal suburbia. It is so weird, this distinction between the regional and Suburban network. This is completely normal suburbia around here. We're not even that far from the city, about 20 to 30 kilometers. And there's all like new developments around, but it's normal suburbs, yet this is a V-Line station. Now obviously it's in the Mikey zone, so you can just use it normally for the same price, and probably even before they changed the pricing scheme it would have probably been almost the same, because it's less far than many other suburban train stations, and it's just used by commuters completely normally and has really high frequency. And it's just so strange that it's unelectrified and run by regional trains. Now this is on the Geelong line, which I actually was in Geelong just yesterday, but I'm not going down there again. We're gonna take a look around this station and just go up and then go to the other place, which should also be suburban, which is Melton. So there's a Melbourne service there right now, Velocity of course. This is the station we just walked in from the bus interchange, because I did just come from Werribee. Now, in a few days, on December 1st, as I would have said in the Geelong video, this whole line is going to get extremely upgraded frequency to have trains every 20 minutes all day on weekends, which is just as high as every other suburban line, which is crazy. And this is the other side. See, it's just normal houses here. Definitely not a regional place. It's not a town, it's just a suburb. Oh yeah, I have to touch on. It's so funny just to see normal school students right now after school commuting on the regional train network. It's just filling up these trains for no reason. I don't know when they're gonna electrify this, but they really should do it soon. 5 minutes. 5 minutes for the next train. That is what the frequency is. The train just came through and there's another one in 5 minutes. Unbelievable. This is actually a very long platform. I think it's a 9-car platforms, because they do run really long 9-car trains occasionally. Is it? Probably. So if they did electrify it, this would probably be the terminus for a while, because it's really the end of the real Melbourne suburban area on the Geelong line.
Customers, the next train to arrive on platform 2 is the 4:22 service to South Geelong. Could customers please note this service has been delayed by approximately 20 minutes. And
Wow.
Also there is only 3 carriages available on the next service, so please don't go too far down the platform. So just repeating, the next train to arrive on platform 2 is the 4:22 service to South Geelong. This train has been delayed by approximately 20 minutes due to a train fault. V-Line apologises for any inconvenience caused and thanks you for your understanding.
Great, another significant delay. But yeah, this would be the terminus. Beyond this to Geelong is also really busy and not that far, so I guess they could electrify that eventually, but then that would pretty much be the longest electrified line. But even it doesn't need to be suburban, as long as you get some kind of like hybrids or just electric regional train, it's fine. Just because it's regional doesn't mean it has to be diesel powered, you know. This would be a weird terminus if it was, but that's kind of how all the other bits operate, like the V-Line that goes beyond Sunbury and beyond Craigieburn, so it would be fine, although there's only 3 stops after Footscray at the moment, I think, so it wouldn't be that significant. Same with Melton.
Customers, the next train to arrive on the platform 1 is the 4:17 service to Southern Cross. This train will be stopping at Tarneit, Deer Park, Sunshine, Footscray, and then terminating at Southern Cross. Just repeating, the next train to arrive on platform 1 is the 4:17 service to Southern Cross. This train will be arriving in approximately 3 minutes.
Constant manual announcements at these V-Line stations as well. Yep, we're gonna get in this now, and then I'm gonna go to Melton.
Just repeating, the train arriving now on platform 1 is the 4:17 service to Southern Cross. For your safety, can you please stay behind the yellow line and wait until the train comes to a complete stop before taking you aboard. Thank you.
That guy's just making announcements with a microphone on the platform. It's so weird. Never mind what I said about Melton. There's actually a lot of stops, but most of them are usually skipped. Alright, let's get on this Velocity. Actually, what I've also just learned about the Velocities is the standard gauge ones to Albury, which I took a few days ago. Those ones are actually the only ones that have a food buffet on board for the long distance travel, while all the other broad gauge ones, which are actually wider, don't have the food buffet on board, which is why people are very against them replacing the N classes and the very long distance services, because now you don't even get food on them anymore. Which of course includes this line right here. Alright, I'm actually going to film this now because it basically should be a Suburban line, and I think it's kind of unfair to have filmed all the Suburban lines and not this part of the V line. But these passengers have such luxury. Like, I know I'm saying it should be Suburban, but the fact that it's not, they get these trains which literally have tray tables and really soft, comfortable seating and luggage racks and everything, and they can just use that every day as part of their commute. Toilets as well. And there's another one in the other direction going to Geelong. I really do enjoy these Velocity trains. I know it's kind of sad they're taking over the whole V-Line network, but they are a really good model of train, just not for extremely long distance, like 4-hour plus trips, as people are saying. And there's actually a depot here. That's where they store a lot of the V-Line trains, and it's just out in the open under that lighting. I actually passed there yesterday at night. It looked so nice. And it was completely full, and now there's 0 trains in there. All the Velocities are out and being used. can see all the houses there, but the station spacing here is ridiculous. That's why if it did become a suburban line, they'd probably have to build a few more stations. All of that is just unserved by trains, even though the line is right here.
Now arriving at Tarneit Station.
There's an B12 looking bus over there, probably not a B12, but an Arctic bus. There's so little Arctics in Melbourne. Yep, here we are, Tarneit. The conductor literally has to get out and blow the whistle as well. Crazy. Like completely normal suburban buses also connect at all of these stations to these trains. And another guy with a microphone. Why do you need to employ these people at all the stations to hold a microphone and announce which train is coming in? Unbelievable.
just joined us, our next stop will be Deer Park, followed by Sunshine, Footscray, and our final stop, Melbourne Southern Cross, at around 5 p.m. this afternoon. Our next stop is Deer Park Station.
The city's actually over there, you can see it so well. This section is really weird because you're going like completely away from it for a bit, because this is way more indirect than going through Werribee, but that's just how the line goes now. A lot of it's quite open around the train line though. There is houses, but not really close up to the train line. It's all just fields, and you can see in a really far distance in all directions. Here we go, we just joined back up with the Ballarat line and several other lines that come from here. another one. Just in this short journey from Wyndham Vale to Deer Park, we've had like 6 trains pass already. That's what the frequency is like. And it's not even peak hour yet. In peak hour, it's even more.
Deer Park Station, this stop, thank you.
Alright, we arrived at Deer Park. I'm gonna interchange here and get on a Ballarat service, and I'll show you that journey over to Melton from here as well. This station was actually quite recently rebuilt. I remember seeing a video from Bus of Doom, I think. And yeah, that video is really what I'm actually made me think a lot more about these weird suburban yet regional services. Off it goes. Jeez, look at all that diesel smoke. And that's what's so bad about it. All this diesel pollution every day on these lines when it's completely unnecessary. And also, more announcements. Also, the Southern Cross station is like the worst designed place ever. They have a closed roof with 0 ventilation, and they have all these V-Line diesel trains coming in, terminating and idling there for hours, releasing diesel. Oh, there's a fast train coming through actually. Look at that, look at that. Look at that speed. That's how fast they come through when they don't stop. That's why there's a sign that says danger, trains passing at high speed. That's just a 3-car though. There's so many weird stopping patterns. It's so confusing to keep track of. Even on V-Line. I mean, especially on V-Line, to be honest. Suburban has quite a predictable pattern, but V-Line is so random. Like, it even skips major places like Melton, actually. The next train towards Ballarat is just gonna skip Melton. Like, what? And then it stops at the next stop in a smaller town, which is like Bacchus Marsh or something. I don't know. I didn't read it properly, but so weird. That's what I'm saying. Southern Cross with the roof there. All the diesel is just in there. There's been several articles online about how the air quality at Southern Cross is so bad. It's like tens of times above recommended levels for health. So I do not want to spend a long time in there. I can't believe people have to commute and even walk there every day in that completely diesel-filled environment. It's so bad. Yeah, here's a sign about the new Deer Park station level crossing removal. I need to check exactly when it was built. It was quite recently. I remember it popping up on my YouTube. Trains at the new Deer Park. Let's check right now. Deer Park. No. Okay, it was actually April 2023, so already a year and a half, but still quite recently.
457 service to Werribee starting at Perth and British Marsh, Werribee and Werribee. And the customers on platform 2 waiting for Kellas being Colding or Melton. Please make your way to platform 1. Catch the next arrival service from platform 1 to Ideal or Sunshine, and from there you can catch the service for Kellas being Colding or Melton. Thank you. The customers on platform 2 waiting for Tarneit. Please make your way to platform 1. Catch the next arrival service from platform 1 to Sunshine. From Sunshine, you can catch the service for Tarneit. Thank you.
Do you hear these instructions? unbelievable. The stopping patterns are so bad that they're telling people to go to platform 1, take trains in the opposite direction, switch at another station and go back in the other direction on a correct stopping pattern, which will actually stop at like Melton or whatever else they said. What is this system? Like, stopping takes like 2 minutes, if not less. I can't believe you make it so complicated. The fact that you, like, even normal people who commute here every day will need to constantly check the timetables and listen to the announcements to understand if it's possible to make a different connection to get to where they want to go, just because of all these dumb stopping patterns making everything so complicated. I really don't understand this. This is why I'm so glad that Perth got rid of all their stopping patterns on the Suburban network. There is zero more complication. And on the regional network, even more. There should not be stopping patterns, yet there is. There it goes on the elevated rail section. And you can just see the city skyline in the background. Kind of terrible for shots here though. Anyway, if you want to watch train spotting here, just go watch that Bus of Doom video. Trains at the new Deer Park station. He made a very comprehensive one anyway. I'm gonna wait for this Dowry service now, and I'm gonna take it to one of the stops. I wanted to go to Melton, but clearly there's not going there, and I'm not gonna go the other way like they're telling me to, so whatever, I'm just exploring a bit. There goes an N-Class to Geelong zooming through at full speed again. There's literally no warning of that. It just comes over the hill at full speed and just zooms through the platform. It's so dangerous. I mean, that's why it says danger, trains at high speed, but that is so scary. They make so many dumb announcements, and then something which there should be an announcement for, like warning, there's about to be a train zooming through, there's nothing. And literally 2 minutes after I filmed that service, there's another Velocity coming in onto platform 1, 6 car this time. Well, I guess I'm filming another one. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I'm kind of not used to having this zoom. Alright, the train to Ballarat is here now. I'm gonna take it 2 stops of what it's stopping at to Bacchus Marsh